COVID is completely over now, and I was incredibly lucky. A lot of people ask me what I'm up to these days, and when I say I was incredibly lucky, my workforce in my factory was pretty much all retirement age, and it's just not possible to recreate those skills again in the UK, sadly. Now, in the old days, let's say you worked for Montague Burton or any of the dozens of big and small firms around Leeds manufacturing super quality garments. You could work there a few years, you've done your apprenticeship, get some skills, maybe set yourself up as a tailor. Most of the tailors around Leeds, and there were hundreds of them, had started in the factories and done their training there. But they would have given their all to the factories for a little while. They didn't leave like the next day. And so it was really easy because all you had to do was rent a little place, buy some cheap tweed in Yorkshire. There's Huddersfield tweeds going around cheaply. Everybody had a suit length to sell. You would only buy a suit from a tailor in those days. It was so easy. You needed virtually no money at all. A second-hand sewing machine and a few needles and you were away. You were in business as a tailor. Impossible these days for somebody, say, leaving, I don't know, fashion college and wanting to start up and get into the fashion business as a manufacturer. It's impossible. Quite apart from the fact that fashion colleges don't teach them how to sew or don't teach them any skills anymore. I have a friend who's in charge of a very big French luxury goods company. I better not name it, but everybody knows this company. And he says, yeah, when we get CVs from Central St. Martin's, we don't even read them. They go straight in the bin because people from that outlet are so up themselves and have absolutely no skills at all. If you don't have the skills yourself, if you can't actually sew and cut yourself, it's no good creating something and then the real cutters and the real machinists say, well, actually, that's not possible to make that. But anyway, in the old days, people had skills and it was possible to start a factory with nothing. Now, you've got nowhere to park your car. It's impossible to drive in and out of cities. Movement is just really, really restricted to the kind of small businesses that need movement, need to go and buy some cloth and then get back and you've got a parking ticket. So it's virtually impossible now to start a small tailoring company in England. If anybody's got any money now in the UK, they're not going to put it into manufacturing. They'll be on a hiding to nothing. They're going to buy some flats and do Airbnb, something for an easy life, but they're certainly not going to invest money, which means people don't invest money in people who want to be manufacturers. Now, China. People say, oh, you manufacture in China, and is it cheaper there? It's got nothing at all to do with the cost. In fact, per unit, it's probably more expensive, a little bit. But in China, they train people, you have the skills, and you've got the future in China. And you've got the enthusiasm and the pride in their work and highly skilled people. I mean, there might be machinists that spend like 5 years putting zips in jeans. They certainly know their way around a machine. And so if you suddenly say, look, I'd like you to make some waistcoats, the training doesn't take very long because the sewing machine is already an extension of their body. And yeah, I miss the immediacy of having my own factory where you could come into my shop on Monday afternoon and have a waistcoat on Wednesday. And I was able to I made a lot of stuff for films and sometimes have a motorbike outside the factory revving up, waiting for something to go straight to the set. And plus you get to hang around a lot of famous people in film sets and stuff. So yeah, I miss that. But in China now, I'm going to be producing some ready-to-wear ranges and continuing making my morning coats, my waistcoats, and of course some tweed suits. Now, looking around in my storeroom, I find things that I've forgotten about. Just found this. Fabulous Glen check. This is really, really super. I'm not sure where I got this. I've probably had it in the factory. I've got 50 meters of it, which is enough to make, maybe 15 suits. A suit takes, a two-piece suit takes about 3.5 meters, 5 meters for a three-piece suit. So we'd get 10 three-piece suits out of 50 meters. This is really, really super stuff. I'm not sure who made it. It just says woven in the British Isles. It might be John G. Hardy stuff. It's got that kind of feel. It's a really super Yorkshire cloth. And I'm going to be making some a range of ready to. There's enough of this cloth to do a ready to wear range on it. And then I've got this really super old tweeds from the best mill in the world, Lovat Mill. I've got quite a lot of that stuff. So yeah, tweed jackets will be in production again. And in my unit here in Yorkshire, sometime in the new year, if I can find some good machinists, I'll be producing flat caps again. It's funny thing about flat caps, 10 years ago, before Peaky Blinders, maybe 15% of the caps that people bought were the 8-piece sort of American baker's boy style. Now it's 90%, and the old classic English county cap is not quite so popular. But hey, we go with whatever the market wants. I'll be making a lot of caps for the Peaky Blinders fans. Yeah.